Hello student, this is the first part of the lesson electoral politics civics class 9th. In this chapter we have seen that in democracy it is neither possible nor necessary for the people to govern directly. The most common form of the democracy is our time is for the people to govern through their representative. In this chapter, we'll look at how these representatives are elected. What we are going to discuss in this lesson, how these representatives are elected. We begin by understanding why elections are necessary and useful in the democracy. We try to understand how electoral competition among the parties serve the people. We then go on to ask what makes an election democratic? What makes the election more democratic? The basic idea here to distinguish democratic election from non-democratic election. So the rest of the chapter that tries to assess election in India in the light of this yardstick. We take a look at each stage of the election, from drawing the boundaries of different constituencies to the declaration of result. At each stage, we ask what should happen and what does happen in election. Towards the end of the chapter, we turn to an assessment of whether that elections in India are free and fair. Here we also examine the role of Election Commission in ensuring free and fair elections. So this is about the overview of this chapter, electoral politics, that we are going to discuss. Why do we need election? Then what makes the election democratic? That we have to discuss here deeply. Then the next term is that, is it good to have the political competition? And what are the merits and demerits of this political competition? After that, we'll discuss what is our election system. How country divided into different constituencies, then what is the reserve constituency, and how seats are reserved for the women and OBC local bodies. Then we'll discuss about the election process. What is the election process? That's in deep we'll discuss here. Then unfair election practices, because some rules, restrictions imposed by the Election Commission on the election, how to conduct the election. So under means what are the unfair election practices found in India. Then Independent Election Commission. Then their function, election commission's function. Then popular participation, how people participate here, that will discuss. Then acceptance of the election outcomes, and after that challenges to free and fair election. So all this we are going to discuss deeply in this lesson. So come to the page number 57. Why election? Here given in the colored, that is assembly election in Haryana as a case study. So we'll go through that assembly election in Haryana. The time is after the midnight, as expectant crowded, sitting for the past 5 hours in the chowk of the town, is waiting for the leader to come. The organizer assured and reassured the crowd that he would be here any moment. He means leader. So the crowd stand up whenever the passing vehicle comes that way. It arouses hope that he has come. So the leader is Mr. Devilal. Who was here leader? Mr. Devilal, Chief Minister of Haryana. Haryana Sangharsh Samiti, who was to address the meeting in Karnal on the Thursday night. Means he came there for giving the address. What was the place? Karnal. And what was the age of this Devilal? That is 76-year-old leader. It's very busy man. And these days, his days start at 8 a.m. because of for the campaign, he used to go different places. So his day that was started from 8 a.m. and ends after the 11 p.m. And what was the age? 76 years. He had already addressed the 9 election meetings since morning. Means on the same day he addressed to how many meetings on same day? That is 9 since morning, and been constantly addressing public meeting for the past 23 months, and preparing for this election. Means from the last 23 months he is preparing for the election. So this is a case study about the Devilal, who was the Chief Minister of Haryana Sangharsh Samiti, and year was 76 year. So through this study, this is the news from newspaper. So this newspaper report related to the Devilal is about the state assembly election in Haryana. Election was of the Haryana, that is state assembly election in 1987. The state had been ruled by the Congress. At that time, state had been ruled by Congress party and led government since 1982. So Chaudhary Devilal, then an opposition leader, led the movement called Nyay Yudh, that is struggle for the justice, and formed the new party, that is Lok Dal. And his party joined other opposition parties to form a front against the Congress. Means Devilal's party joined other opposition party to form the front against whom? Against the Congress in this election. So in the election campaign, Devilal said that if this party won the election, means he gave the promises that if his party won the election, his government would waive the loan of farmers, and small businessmen. He promised that this would be the first action of his government. So he gave promises like this, that loan cases would be there for the farmers and small businessmen in the form of promise. So the people were unhappy with the existing government. Existing government was of the Congress. So people were not happy with the ruling government or existing government. They were also attracted. People from Haryana also attracted by Devilal's promises. So when the elections were held, they voted overwhelmingly in the favor of Lok Dal and its allies, Lok Dal and its partner, that won how many seats? 76 seats out of 90 seats in the state assembly election. So Lok Dal alone won 60 seats. Lok Dal, that was of the Devilal, and Lok Dal party owns 60 seats and thus had a clear majority in the assembly. So Lok Dal had clear majority in the assembly. The Congress could not win the only 5 seats, though the Congress party that was ruling at that time, but could not win only 5 seats. Once the election result were announced, the sitting chief minister resigned. Sitting chief minister resigned. The newly elected member of Legislative Assembly, that is MLAs of Lok Dal, chose Devilal as a leader because they had clear-cut majority. Which party? Lok Dal. And they choose leader of that party of Lok Dal, to whom? Devilal. The governor invited Devilal to be a new chief minister. 3 days after, the election results were declared and he became the chief minister of Haryana. As soon as he became chief minister, his government issued a government order waiving outstanding loan of small farmers, agricultural laborers and small businessmen. His party ruled the state for 4 years. The next elections were held in 1991. As you know, after every 5 years, conduct the election. So next election held in 1991. But this time his party, which party means Devilal's party, did not win popular support. The Congress won the election and formed the government. So here we have discussed here about the election campaign, promises of Devilal, and how he won the election with majority, that is 60 seats, and he became the prime minister. But in next election which were held in 1991, at that time they lost the support, popular support. And in this election in 1991, who won the election? That is Congress party. So here some points are there. Election can lead to change in the policy of government, means benefit. What is the benefit of the election? What is the benefit of election? Election can held to change. Election can lead to changes in the policies of government. गवर्नमेंट की पॉलिसीज में कुछ चेंज करने का काम किस द्वारा होता है? इलेक्शन. इलेक्शन can gives the opportunity or lead to changes the policies of government. Second, governor invited Devilal to become the chief minister because he was impressed with the speeches. No, governor invited Devilal because his party owns 60 seats, that is majority, and that is why he invited as a chief minister. Not only to he was impressed. Governor was not impressed with his speeches, but his party won 60 seats majority. Then people are unhappy with every ruling party or vote against in its next election. Sometimes it happen, or sometimes if the work of government is good, then it is not necessary that people are unhappy with every ruling party. As you know, our BJP government in the central, this is their second term. Then next point is the party that wins the election and form the government. Yes, it is right. Those parties secure maximum votes or shows majority, then through the election, then the party form the government. This election led to lot of economic development in Haryana. No, promises are given here, but all if their government forms, so all promises to implement or fulfill, it is not possible. And last point, through this, Congress chief minister need not have resigned after his party lost election. No, it is wrong. Means the Congress chief minister need to have resign after losing in election. So this is about the some points related to the assembly election which held in Haryana from 87 to 91. So next, from the page number 58, why do we need election? हमें इलेक्शन की ज़रूरत क्यों है? सो देर आर 3 मेन पॉइंट्स ऑफ दिस question. Why do we need election? That is to choose who will make a law for country. For making the law for country, election is needed. Then who will form government and take the major decision? If particular party wins in election, then that party form the government and makes the important announce of the important policies and government decision. And third one, to choose the party who will guide the government and law making. Means party, those who are winning party, that party guide the government and helpful for making the laws. So these we are going to discuss in deep. Here, why do we need election? In short, we have seen. So election take place regularly in any democracy. We need in chapter 1 that there are more than 100 countries in the world. More than 100 countries in the world in which election take place to choose the people's representative. So election, it is common in the world. More than 100 countries, they conduct the election for selecting or choosing their representative. We have read that elections are held in many countries that are not democratic. Though the election takes place, but it is not expected that election they are of the democratic. So, but why do we need election? हमें इलेक्शन की ज़रूरत ही क्यों है? Let us try to imagine a democracy without election. Imagine democracy is there but without election. So rule of the people is possible. A rule of the people is possible without any election. If all the people can sit together every day and take all the decisions, it is not possible to sit all the people together every day and taking the decision. But as we have already seen in the chapter 2, this is not possible in any large community. For large community, it is not possible, nor it possible for everyone, to have the time. सभी के पास टाइम ही रहेगा ऐसा नहीं है. एंड नॉलेज to take the decision on all the matter. Common people, they do not get the time. Even they do not have the interest or knowledge about making the policies. Therefore, in most democracies, people rule through their representative. Means they are the mediator, or they are working on the behalf of us, our representative. Is there a democratic way of selecting representatives without election? Election न लेते हुए ऐसा कोई मार्ग है? Is there a way which is called the democratic way for selecting representative? Let us think of the place where representatives are selected on the basis of age and experience. Two things are important for represented, their age and experience, or place where they are chosen on the basis of education and knowledge. All these things makes the matter for choosing the election. There could be some difficulties in deciding on who is more experienced or knowledgeable. So there is difficulty related to choosing the leader or representative for deciding more experience or knowledge. But let us say that people can resolve these difficulties. But this difficulty can be resolved by the people. Clearly, such place does not require election. Clearly, such a place doesn't require election. But can we call this place a democracy? How do we find out if the people like this representative or not? How do we ensure that this representative rule as per the wishes of people? It is expected they have to rule as per the wishes of people, but in real sense, are they rule as per the wishes of people? This is also one of the question. How to make the sure that those who the people don't like to do not remain their representative, or this require a mechanism by which people can choose their representative at regular interval and change them if they wish to do so. This mechanism is called election. Means election gives the opportunity to representative for changing their government in periodic or regular intervals. Therefore, elections are considered essential in our time for any representative democracies. कोई भी रिप्रेजेंटेटिव डेमोक्रेसीज में इलेक्शन बहुत ही आवश्यक है. So, in an election, the voters make many choices. Voters make many choices. First, so in the election, the voters make many choices. First choice, that they can choose who will make the law for them. Then मीन्स उनके लिए रूल कौन बनाएगा, ये भी इम्पोर्टेंट चॉइस है, कौन से पार्टी को या कौन से कैंडिडेट को. देन सेकेंड वन, they can choose who will form the government and take the major decision. So people can choose that which party have to give the responsibility for forming the government and for taking the major decisions. Then they can choose the party. They means people can choose the party whose policy will guide the government and law making. Means people wants reliable, in this sense people wants a reliable government for making the appropriate rule for them, then for forming the government and making the policies, and they will guide the government and making law. So all these things considered by the people while forming the government or for giving the votes to particular party or particular candidate. So all it is about, why do we need why do we need election, or what is the significance of election that we have seen here? Why elections are required, or what do mean by the election? So election, it is a mechanism by which people can choose their representative at regular interval and change them if they wish to do so. Elections are essential, or they needed for what? First, in any large community, it is not possible. It is not possible for all the people to sit together every day and take all the decision, nor it possible for everyone to have the time and knowledge to take the decision on all matters, just we have seen. So therefore, in most democracies, people choose their representative who rule on their behalf. And second reason, elections are fought on party basis. They are fought on party basis. The party which gets the majority form the government. Those parties secure the majority, and that party form the government. If the government fails to work as per the promises, people can change it. This change can be brought about through the election. Thus, election enable people to have control over the government. So next thing we are going to discuss here, what makes an election democratic. इलेक्शन कैसे डेमोक्रेटिक हो सकते हैं? What makes the election democratic? So here, in order to have the election process more democratic, there are few prerequisites, like first one vote, one value. To choose or elect the representative, everyone must have one vote with equal value. This is to avoid any type of the conflicting situation. And second one is for making this process more democratic, regular election. There would be regular election. There should be regular election in every democratic country so that people have their choice at regular interval. And third one, free and fair election. That in order to secure fair chance to the people, there should be free and fair election in every democratic country. Fourth one, political competition. In order to have the democratic election, party candidates should be free to contest election and should offer some real choice to the voters. Means all these four things that makes the election more democratic, means that would be meaningful. So here what we have seen in short, that how or which make the election process more democratic. So election can be held in many ways. All democratic countries hold election, but most non-democratic countries also hold some kind of election. How do we distinguish democratic election from any other election? How we distinguish or identify that this election is democratic and this is non-democratic election? So we have discussed this question briefly in the chapter 2. We discuss many examples of the countries where elections are held, but they can't really be called democratic countries. Which example we have seen? That we have seen about the Fiji, Saudi Arabia, then Pakistan, all these South Africa, not South Africa, but all these countries election which we have seen, which are not in democratic sense or democratic election. Let us recall what we learned there and start with the simple list of the minimum conditions of the democratic election. So that list we will discuss in the second part with the example what makes the election democratic. So here is the end of this part 1. Thank you, student.